No More StinkyMonkeys.com production. In 1978, I became friends with these girls who told me to watch Saturday Night Live. They seemed to know what was cool, and I followed their lead. On one of the first shows I ever saw, Devo was the musical act. I was 12 years old and I'd heard of punk rock but knew absolutely nothing about it. Just the images on TV of people like Sid Vicious. But here was this punk or new wave band playing a very weird version of the Rolling Stones' Satisfaction, with spiky hair and Ray-Ban sunglasses, and immediately I fell in love with it. It was so strange and completely different from any professional music I had ever heard. So after that, I started to look out for and listen to as much new wave as I could find. And then I developed a heavy crush on a girl. I became very jealous when she told me about other guys talking to her. When I heard the first hit by this next new wave artist, it hit home in a huge way, and I became an instant fan of his. Number 187, Joe Jackson. Born David Ian Jackson in England in 1954, he began playing piano in bars at 16 years old and got a scholarship to London's Royal Academy of Music. He was in a band until it broke up in 1976 and then changed his name to Joe because he resembled a puppet character named Joe 90. In 1978, a producer heard his demo tape and signed him to A&M Records, where he released Look Sharp with his new band, a new wave album in the spirit of Elvis Costello. It was picked as number 98 in Rolling Stone magazine's top 100 albums of all time. And his first single was Is She Really Going Out With Him, which became a top 40 hit in 5 different countries. I fell in love with that song and felt a deep connection to it as he sung about watching a girl he loves with another man. The song was re-recorded live about 10 years later in a live album with my favorite version being an a cappella version. When Ben Stiller goes to Miami to find his old girlfriend in There's Something About Mary, that's the song playing in the background. I wonder if that's where the Farrelly brothers got their title from. Another great song from the album is The Sunday Papers. So for the next 4 years, Joe had middling success until he went in a jazz direction and released Night and Day, which was a smash hit album with 2 big singles, Breaking Us in Two and the classic Stepping Out. Because if my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here, from the Freditor.